Brothers and sisters, spiritually speaking, the reason why many of you are stuck spiritually, not at peace spiritually, the reason why many of you do not feel your best spiritually is for a variety of reasons. One of the first reasons that a lot of African people are out of touch with themselves spiritually is we have allowed the world religions to distract us from trying to have a direct relationship with the Almighty by having us focus on dogma and belief. Belief and dogma have nothing to do with building a relationship with supreme consciousness. I'm going to say it again. Belief and dogma have nothing to do with building a relationship with the divine. Focusing on beliefs and dogma has nothing to do with spirit. Belief and dogma are all about loyalty to the institution. Belief and dogma are all about loyalty to the brand. Belief and dogma is all about showing identity with your spiritual gang-banging club. God doesn't care about belief and dogma. Belief and dogma are irrelevant to the spiritual journey. Religion distracts you from your spiritual journey by constantly tying you down with belief and dogma. When you leave this planet, you will not be interrogated in the next life by what you believed religiously. It is irrelevant. It only matters on earth. It does not matter in heaven. God would never make you accountable for something you cannot prove to be true. The divine would never make you accountable for something that you cannot prove to be true. Give up the dogma, give up the doctrine, and begin your journey back home to your Creator. Comparing yourself to other people is another big problem. Comparing yourself to other people is another big problem. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to your brothers, your sisters, your neighbors, your friends, your sorors, your frats, your colleagues. Do not compare yourself. Your journey is uniquely yours. What you are going through is a part of your karmic path, your divine destiny. It has nothing to do with Jay-Z being a billionaire. It has nothing to do with Oprah being a billionaire. It has nothing to do with Bronny James being drafted. Don't compare yourself to other people. Your destiny that you chose in heaven at the feet of the Almighty is uniquely yours. This is why we have to be cautious about tearing people away from doing things that we don't believe are in their best interests. Because the very thing that you are trying to tear somebody away from because you don't believe is in their best interests may be in their best interest spiritually. You say, don't join that church. It is full of exploitators. But she might need to join that church to get exploited, because if she doesn't get exploited, she will suffer a worse loss later on in life. Be careful about pulling people away from their experiences. Your son may have needed that woman to experience a very bad relationship so he can avoid a much bigger loss of love later on in life. Don't deprive people of going through necessary pain so they can learn. When your daughter is dating a boy and you know he is a player, but you know he ain't gonna hurt your baby too bad, but he definitely gonna let her down, you may have to let her experience the temporary hurt to avoid a long-term loss. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop judging happiness by material gain. Another big problem with black people. You're not unhappy because you have to be. You're not miserable because you have to be. You're miserable because your definition of happiness means I got to have a whole bunch of expensive junk. Change your definition of happiness and you change your life. Change your definition of happiness and you change your life. You know why a lot of people are miserable? Because they're married to somebody who provides them with a certain quality of life. Even though they're miserable. Without my wife, I couldn't afford this. Without my husband, I couldn't afford this. But the husband and the wife are not what you need to advance spiritually. And if you're going to put your material needs in front of your spiritual needs, you'll never be happy. You can outgrow your partner. It doesn't mean he's a bad person. It doesn't mean she's a bad person, but you can outgrow somebody. Some of you have outgrown your baby moms. Some of you have outgrown your baby dads. Some of you have outgrown your husband. You've outgrown your wife. You've outgrown your fiance. I run across black women all the time at my events who pull me to the side and say, Dr. Umar, I don't know what to do. When I met my husband, we were both into weed. We was both into smoking. We was both into drinking. We was both into hanging out. We was both into showing off. We was both into buying expensive stuff. I'm not there no more, Dr. Umar. I don't need a big house. I don't need a fancy car. I'm in love with life now. I'm no longer in love with things. I'm in love with life. I'm in love with raising my kids. I'm no longer interested in competing with other black people. What do I do, Dr. Umar? What do I do, Dr. Umar? And this is what I tell black women. Black women, a black man can have babies until the day we die. A black man can have babies until the day we die. If you are still interested in building a family, you can't afford to wait forever. My sisters who are in your late 30s and early 40s, you got a couple childbearing years left. Don't waste them. You got a couple good childbearing years left. Don't waste them. The worst thing that you can regret as a black woman is staying in a relationship beyond the expiration date. The worst thing a black woman can do in her mid 30s to mid 40s is staying in a relationship because it's comfortable, although you are unfulfilled. So many black men and women Stay in relationships beyond the expiration date because it's comfortable and it's predictable, but it is also miserable. You're staying in that relationship because it is comfortable and predictable, but it is also miserable. Starting over ain't easy, but you might have to reboot your romance in order to reboot your life. Why are you carrying around how much your husband weigh? He's 250 pounds. You carrying around 250 pounds of spiritual baggage. How much your wife weigh? 150 pounds. You carrying around 150 pounds of spiritual baggage. Shame. Shame. So many black people will never experience the peace of mind that awaits them in this life because you are too afraid of the unknown. Fear of the unknown has led to so many Africans wasting their damn life. You still at that tired ass job. You still at that tired ass job. Why? They have a good retirement package. So you're going to waste your whole life at a job you don't even like. You don't even like going to work, but you're going to waste your whole life because of the retirement package. Who said you're going to be alive when the retirement package comes up? Who said you're going to be here for 80 years? Who said you're going to be here for 90 years? Who said you're going to be here for 70 years? Who said you're going to be here? Life is in the now. Life ain't yesterday. Life ain't tomorrow. Life is right now. The only time you can live is in the moment. The only time you can live is in the present. The only place you can make a difference is right now. Tomorrow is an illusion that will never come. You in a house that is tricked you. Y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? No audio? Y'all can hear me now? Can y'all hear me now, family? We good now? Okay. You done went out and bought you a $250,000 house. The first 5 years, it was all good. First 5 years, it was all good. You got a divorce, or you changed jobs, or the variable interest rate on the mortgage went up. You can't afford it no more. Why are you still in that house? Because you got a better house than all your siblings. You have a better house than all your cousins. You live in the best house that anybody in your family ever had. Even though it's costing you too much money, even though it's stressing you out, even though you don't want to be there, you're trapped in the ego of illusions. You care more about what people think than how you feel. How many black people y'all know like that? How many black people y'all know like that? You care more. You care more about what people think than how you feel. Brothers and sisters, your departure from this world has already been announced. You better get right with God before it's too late. And getting right with God is about living right. It ain't about worship. We should worship the Creator, but there's no better way to worship the Creator than to live the right way. Right living is the greatest worship you can ever participate in. Let me say that again. Living the right way is the greatest worship you can ever participate in. You got to live the right way. What are you spending money on that you don't need? When is the last time you spent one day by yourself? You must fulfill your destiny. You have a purpose for being on earth. God doesn't make mistakes and he doesn't waste time. So your time on earth has a purpose. What is it? Have you found your purpose? Or are you so caught up competing with other black people for cars and clothes? Some of us are 50 years old and we haven't started to live our purpose yet. How you 50 and still ain't got, how you 40 and still don't know your purpose? Well, let me get my money right first, Dr. Umar. Once I get my money right, then I'm going to go ahead and start working on my spirituality. Who told you you're going to be around that long? Do you talk to your ancestors? Because they're all around you. Do you realize that most of the beings on earth are invisible? I'm not talking aliens. And I do have a belief that many aliens may very well be ancestors. I do have a belief of that. A lot of these so-called unidentified, I believe they're ancestors. I believe they're ancestors visiting from another dimension. The aliens are ancestors visiting from another dimension. Do you have an altar in your home? Do you have a spiritual vortex that you have built up with energy that can tap you right into communion with the universe? If you don't have an altar in your home, do you have an altar in your backyard? Do you have an altar under the big tree out front in the house? Where is your altar? Where do you go to tap into universal consciousness? Where do you go to tap into universal consciousness? Everybody needs an altar. An altar is nothing more than a spiritual vortex that you have consecrated for the purposes of prayer, meditation, and worship. That's it. By you constantly going to that room, by you constantly going to that tree, by you constantly going to that place by the river, it becomes a vortex. It is now consecrated with your unique spiritual energy. And when you go there, the ancestors are already waiting. The divinities are already waiting. The angels are already waiting. And I hate to say this to my beautiful black queens. I hate to say this to my beautiful black queens. I'm already possessed, my brother. I will admit to you, I am possessed. I have multiple ancestral personality disorder. I'm possessed. I have multiple ancestral personality disorder. Sometimes Malcolm X talks through me. Sometimes the most honorable Frederick Douglass talks through me. Sometimes Booker T. Washington talks through me. Sometimes 𝚂𝚗𝚱𝚂𝚗𝙀𝚃 talks through me. Sometimes Huey P. Newton talks through me. Sometimes I have multiple ancestral personality disorder. You've never had the 𝚂𝚗𝚱𝚂𝚗𝙀 experience? Have you ever had the 𝚂𝚗𝚱𝚂𝚗𝙀 experience? Have you ever been to a Dr. Umar lecture? Have you not seen me transform into your favorite ancestor sometimes? Have you not sat there and watched me and said, he's in a zone? That's not him. He's channeling Kwame Nkrumah. He's channeling Sekou Touré. He's channeling Samora Machel. He's channeling Dedan Kimathi. He's channeling Henry Highland Garnett. He's channeling Dr. King, you haven't seen me when my multiple ancestral personality disorder takes over? Yes, I suffer from multiple ancestral personality disorder. But what I wanted to say to my African queens, you are blocking your chakra with that weave in the wig. Black women, I know you don't want to hear this, but I got to give it to you. You are blocking your crown chakra with that weave in that wig. Your hair, your natural hair is an antenna to the universe. Your crown chakra collaborates with your hair to communicate with the universe. If you got weave and wig, I'm just being honest, ladies, you are suffocating your spirit. You are suffocating your crown chakra. Hat, weave, wig, whatever you want to call it. Let your scalp breathe, black woman. Our spirit is in our head. It is in our heart. It is in our belly. That's why you shouldn't always be stuffed up with food, because you don't get those messages through your belly. Overeating is not good. You disturb the belly. You have a consciousness in your stomach. That's why you shouldn't carry anger and regret and shame and fear in your heart, because your heart communicates to you, but your heart can't communicate you if it's trapped with anger, fear, frustration, disappointment. Your third eye wants to talk to you. Your crown chakra wants to talk to you, but you got weave and wig and perm. And then you put a weave in your daughter's hair, Lord. Underdeveloped pineal gland, and you already suffocating it. Underdeveloped pineal gland, and you already suffocating it. We are in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is a planet of revolt. We are in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is a planet of revolt. Pluto is in Aquarius. Pluto is a planet of revolutionary endings and revolutionary beginnings. Pluto will be with Aquarius for the next couple years, and we will be in the age of Aquarius for the next several hundred years. It's time for black people to transform ourselves. We need new ideas, new ways to organize, new ways to build, new ways to create family. You're in the age of Aquarius. Why you keep on using outdated ways? Sankofa, go back and get what you need. Leave the rest. Take the protein, leave the rest. Do you do meet and greets? This is what I'm about to do. My New Orleans family gave me an idea yesterday. My New Orleans family gave me an idea yesterday with the 2 meet and greets. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together a package for black businesses. I'm going to put together a meet and greet package for black businesses where I'll come into your city. And that whole day or 2 days, I'm going to go around and spend 2 hours a piece at each of 5 black businesses, 4 to 6 black businesses. Y'all going to pay me for this because my movement has to be financed. And I'm going to come to the barbershop and spend 2 hours. People can do a meet and greet, drop in, get some wine. I'm going to go to another black business, spend 2 hours. People can drop in, meet and greet Dr. Umar, and they might get some finger food. And then I'm going to go to another black business for 2 hours, meet and greet, and they might get some desserts, some black desserts. And then I go to another black business for 2 hours and do a meet and greet, and they'll get something. So everywhere they come, there will be something there for them free. And they meet and greet. And when they come in, I'm going to motivate them to buy black at your shop. Where my black businesses at who can benefit from a Dr. Umar meet and greet at your store? Who ain't getting enough business at they black shop and they need Dr. Umar to come through for a meet and greet? We're going to do a black business meet and greet. Black business meet and greet, brothers and sisters. I was in San Bernardino last year or 2 years ago. But we got to do some more meet and greets to save black businesses. So if you have 5 black businesses in your city and you ready to set up the Dr. Umar meet and greet, you need 5 businesses, 4, no less than 4, no less than 4. We can do the meet and greets. I'm going to put it on my social media. Everybody going to know I'm there. Come through, meet and greet, and buy products. You're going to give them 10% off they purchase, 20% off they purchase. I'm going to be your coupon. I'm going to be your walking advertisement and your walking coupon. San Jose. Y'all got black businesses in San Jose? Let's do the black business meet and greet tour with Dr. Umar. The black business meet and greet tour with Dr. Umar. I'm about to put together a teen summit for the youth. I'm about to put together a teen summit for the youth. Black business meet and greet in Atlanta. Let's set it up. Black business meet and greet in Little Rock, Arkansas. Let's set it up. Black business meet and greet in Jackson, Mississippi. Let's set it up. Black business meet and greet in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's set it up. Black meet and greet Omaha, Nebraska. Black business meet and greet in Detroit. Let's set it up. Stop trying to give me your cookies, Sister K. Stop trying to give me your cookies, baby. I don't need no cookies right now. Black business meet and greet in Manchester, England. Black business meet and greet in Kingston, Jamaica. Black business meet and greet in Puerto Viejo, Costa Rica. Black business meet and greet Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We can't talk about it. I want to do a black farmers meet and greet. Where my black farmers at? Let's do a black farmers meet and greet. Let's do the black farmers meet and greet. Let's do a black doula meet and greet. Black doula meet and greet. I think I need to do my own black restaurant meet and greet. Do I need to do a black restaurant meet and greet where I come through and sample your food on the Instagram live, do the commercial, the advertise, them oxtails, that seafood, that vegan food, that vegetarian food? Let's do that Black Trenton, New Jersey black business meet and greet. Where that Newark, New Jersey black business meet and greet. Turn up season. Turn up season. Black massage parlor? Oh yes. You mean I'm gonna get a back massage from 4 different queens in the same day? Lord have mercy. I'm gonna get a back massage from 4 different queens in the same. Oh yes. Let's do the black massage parlor meet and greet. Lord have mercy. Let's do the black massage parlor meet and greet. Washington, D.C. black business meet and greet. All y'all got to do is get in touch with King Kong. Testosterone shots for the Zesty crew. No, thank you. We're going to pass on that. Y'all tell me how y'all want to work it, and we're going to work it. We could do a black daycare meet and greet. Black daycare meet and greet. Black barbershop meet and greet. I'm just trying to jumpstart Black Wall Street, family. Black psychology meet and greet. Yeah. Black fitness center meet and greet. I'm with that. I'm with a black fitness center. You got your own black fitness gym? We could do a black fitness center tour. We can do a we're not doing no black, my brother. We shouldn't be looking at that. We shouldn't be looking at that. We shouldn't be looking at that. You must be thirsty. You ain't got no queen you can call over, my brother. You ain't got no queen you can call over and massage on, sister. Sister, you ain't got no brother. Brother, you ain't got no queens you can call on. You ain't got no queens you can call on. You got to look at artificial sex. Come on, my brother. You got to look at artificial sex. Come on, my brother. Where your queendom at? Get your queens up. You got to get your queens up. Got to get your queens up. You ain't got no cheeks you can go. Come on, my brother. You stop hating on Dr. Umar. Start working on the queens. You got to get your queens up. That's a real difficult life. You ain't got no Cinnabons to warm you up at night. That's a very boring life, my brother. You must got a very lonely life. What's another kind of meet and greet we can do? Get your queens up. What's another kind of meet and greet we can do? What's another kind of meet and greet? We talked about restaurants. We talked about fitness centers. We talked about massage parlors. What's another kind of, shout out to the Ebony Queens. They only got the BBLs, no Cinnabons. That's sad. A real estate meet and greet. We could do that. We could do a real estate office meet and greet. Make sure the black realtors is getting enough clientele. We can do that. We can do the black realtors. I'm going to put together a tour. I'm going to start working on it. Black coffee shop meet and greet. Black bookstore meet and greet. Black media meet and greet. Black, what you want to call it? The whole black people who sell herbs and, what do we want to call that? What do we want to call that? Apothecary. What's that when they sell the herbs and everything you need for your body? Naturopathic meet and greet. Black firearms meet and greet. That'd be strong. That'd be strong. Black financial literacy meet and greet. That's a good one. Black owned restaurant. I'm always McDonald's meet and greet. Nah, family. We're not doing McDonald's meet and greet. And stop making me think about McDonald's. I'm trying not to think about McDonald's. You're gonna have me going through a relapse. I'm trying to overcome my addiction to that double fillet of fish with the cheese. Please don't bring up McDonald's. I ain't been to McDonald's in a little bit. Please don't bring back those post-traumatic those post-traumatic filet of fish meal dreams with that strawberry shake and the 2 apple pies and the oatmeal raisin cookie. Please don't make, please, brothers and sisters, I'm trying not to relapse. I'm trying not to relapse. Black farmers is a must. I want to do a black gardeners meet and greet. People who got their own little family garden, community garden. Pull up and eat a cucumber with some salt on it. Pull up and eat some celery with some peanut butter. I want to make love to a queen in a garden one day. Before I die, I want to make love to a queen in the garden. Any queens out there want to go half on the black magic session with King Kong in a garden, in a food garden? Any queens want to go half on a black magic session with the king? I'm just playing around. We must stay focused, Tay-Tay. We must stay focused. He said, oh, yes. Okay, y'all, Q&A. What questions y'all got? I'm going to ask the questions. Text me some questions. Time for the questions. I'm about to put together a spiritual retreat in Delaware. I'm working on a spiritual retreat in Delaware. I'm working on a white supremacy detox retreat. I'm working on a white supremacy detox retreat. Am I watching a debate? I'll catch the replay. Brooke Tyler, why are you so beautiful? Toronto, we will be rescheduling. Where is the school? I will not answer such a ridiculous question. When am I coming to California? As soon as y'all invite me. School is coming along. Come help us paint Saturday and Sunday. We got a paint day. Saturday and Sunday. Why do you repeat yourself? Because I need you to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Biden or Trump, neither one. I'm not voting unless I get a reason to vote. Connecticut, where's the invitation? Can we save this generation? Yeah, we just got to get rid of the adults. Brooklyn, where's the invitation? How do you feel about Mayor Sherelle Parker in Philadelphia starting year-round school? Well, she doesn't control schools. The state controls the schools. So maybe she got the state legislature to approve year-round school. I'm not against year-round school. I used to be assistant principal at a year-round school. Yes, you can donate to the school. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. I will be on the Breakfast Club January the 9th. Tennessee, Memphis, Sierra Leone, where's the invitation? You want me in the garden right now, Sister K Stacks? Cornel West running for president. He's married to a sand bunny. July 9th, Breakfast Club. What's the next question? Can we meet and greet when you come to the Breakfast Club? You're not allowed in there. They got security. I just thought of something. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do a meet and greet New York after the Breakfast Club interview on July 9th. Breakfast Club interviews are early. The Breakfast Club interviews are early. So I think I'm going to do my first black business meet and greet in New York City. Where my New York City black businesses at? Where my New York City black businesses at? Where my New York City black businesses at? Where my New York City? You know what? I think we're going to kick it off in New York City. I think we're going to kick it off in New York City. I think we're going to kick it off in New York City. Soon when I leave the Breakfast Club interview on July 9th, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the black businesses who want to do the meet and greet. You're going to get 2 hours. And you're going to donate $500 for those 2 hours. And for those 2 hours, anybody who wants to see Dr. Umar can come to your store for those 2 hours. You're going to give them a certain discount for those 2 hours. You're going to have some snack foods, some wine or some, you know, some punch or some, what do y'all think, brothers and sisters? I think this is going to go well for the summertime. What do y'all think, brothers and sisters? In fact, everywhere I'm scheduled to speak, it just came to me. God is good, the ancestors. So I got Columbia, South Carolina. If you a black business in Columbia, if you a black business, I got Columbia coming up. I got Newark, New Jersey coming up. I got New York City coming up. So that's 3 black business meet and greets. I'm going to do Philadelphia because I live in Philly. That's easy. Camden, New Jersey, we can do that anytime. That's easy. Washington, D.C., black business meet and greet. Baltimore, where my black Baltimore businesses at? You're going to pay $500 for the 2 hours. You can structure the meet and greet any kind of way you want. If you want a Q&A, that's fine. If we just going to take pictures and questions, that's fine. Black business meet and greet in every city where Dr. Umar is scheduled to speak. So you got to check my calendar. You got to check my calendar. You got to check my calendar. Wilmington, Delaware, we're going to do a black business meet and greet. $500. That's nothing to pay. Because you're going to get posted on my social media. I'm going live from your business. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the exposure. But I got projects that need funding. I think $500. What would you have to pay if you went to a marketing company and said, I want to be posted on somebody's Instagram who got over 1 million followers. I want him to come to my store, go live with me, where I'm going to talk about my store. People are going to come there to meet him. He's going to make them buy and that's a steal. $500 is a steal. It's up to y'all. It's completely up to y'all. I'm just trying to help black businesses. $500 ain't nothing for 2 hours with Big Papa live on Instagram. Live on Instagram for 2 hours in your store. Everybody coming in to see the prints. We could have a little wine party at your store. We could have a tea party. London, I'm going to do it when I come to London too. August 11th, London, England. Are you ready? We don't all come from Africa. Well, listen, if you still stuck on that, it ain't nothing I can say. At this point, if you don't want to be African, that's on you. Reading, Pennsylvania. We could do it from Reading, Pennsylvania. We got some pretendians in the chat. Any restrictions on the service, it can't be nothing inappropriate. I am an educator. It can't be nothing inappropriate, right? So we ain't doing nothing for your escort service or zesty massage parlor. It can't be nothing that's not consistent with what I, stand for. Fort Lauderdale meet and greet. That'd be off the chain in Fort Lauderdale. We need to do a South Africa black business meet and greet. That'd be off the hook. Kingston, Jamaica black business meet and greet. Y'all done gave me a new idea. I'm about to post up right now.